Hey everyone! So today I'm going to be talking about something that happened to me a few months ago, and it was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me, and that is Playlist Live 2013. Going to Playlist Live, it was kind of, I wouldn't say last minute, but I didn't find out about it as early as I would wanted to. So I ended up finding out about it by watching a YouTuber during one of their live shows, and they mentioned that they were going to be in Orlando for Playlist Live. And I'm here wondering, what is Playlist Live? I need to go to it. So I did my research, and long behold, there's Playlist Live. For those of you who don't know what Playlist Live is, Playlist Live is basically a YouTube convention where a bunch of YouTubers come together and they do meetups, and they can just meet the fans, just hang out with us and everything like that. So I looked it up, and I saw all the people that were going, and a bunch of my favorite YouTubers were going to be there, so I knew I had to go. So I bought my ticket, and I only had a few months to prepare for this, and I'm just here thinking, how am I going to prepare to meet my favorite YouTubers? This is insane. I still didn't believe it was actually going to happen. March finally got here, and I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, Playlist Live is this month. I am not mentally prepared for this. What am I getting myself into? Playlist Live started on the 22nd of March. Technically that was the first day for anyone who had a business pass, but I didn't get one because I didn't think I needed one. What am I going to do with the business pass? So I needed to go that day to pick up my Playlist Live badge. So one of my best friends was really supportive, and she wanted to come with me, and we drove to the hotel, and not even 5 minutes in, people were already being so nice to me, and there were so many people just walking around with their playlist badges, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is so cool. There's so many people here with the same interests as me, and it felt really comfortable. And so we went, I got my badge, and as we were walking around, we decided to just hang around for a little bit. Long and behold, we're just chilling in the convention center, and then Daily Grace just walks right by us, and I'm just kind of starstruck because that was my first encounter with a YouTuber since, I was there for not even that long, and she just walks right by me, and so I look at my best friend, and I'm just like, was that Daily Grace? And she's like, I think it was. We were in shock. We didn't know what to think of it. So that was really cool. And then she was talking to me actually earlier about these two YouTubers that she loves so much, and they were Jim and Tanya. As we were about to leave the hotel to go back to her house, we were leaving, and she sees Jim just standing there, just talking to some fans, and then she starts freaking out, and she's like, oh my gosh, I need to get a picture with him. So I took the picture, and then Jim's girlfriend, Tanya, was right there, and I was like, is that Tanya? And she's like, oh my gosh, she was in so much shock, and she's like, can I please get a picture with you guys? And it was really cool. She got to meet her YouTubers even though she wasn't actually going to be at Playlist Live, so that was really cool that she was able to do that, and I was still really starstruck because that was before I even really knew about them, so it was really cool to just see them there. It made it all that more real that, wow, this is actually going to happen. So I stayed over at her house, and then she dropped me off at the hotel in the morning, super early. I think I got there around 7 or 7:30. It was just really early. There was pretty much no one walking around. And the night before I had made this kind of goodie bag for Dana's On Fire and Amazing Phil, which are two of my most favorite YouTubers. And so I just filled it with American candy, and I wrote them some letters, and I made them bracelets. And I was so nervous. I'm just walking around the convention center, just holding my bag, just walking around. I was all by myself. So then when I got to the entrance, there were some girls just sitting there, and they were really nice to me. They were talking to me. And so that was really cool how everyone's just so nice to you there, and it's just the best thing ever. I think the doors for Playlist opened around 9 or 10. I want to say 10 just to be safe. So then everyone's just rushing in. There's people taking pictures, some people just recording, vlogging, because this is a YouTube convention after all. It was so cool to see. And so we go in, and I knew for a fact I'd planned out my schedule exactly how I was going to do it. I knew who I wanted to meet, what time they were going to do their meet and greets and all that. So I I was prepared for this. I was so ready. So the first people on my list to meet were Dan and Phil. And so I was there waiting, trying to figure out like which line they were going to be in because they hadn't announced it yet. And when they finally announced it, I rushed to get in that line. So there were like barriers for the first part of the line, and I was like near the middle of it. So I was like, this is pretty good placement, you know, for the line being super long. Like that line went all the way out of that room and just like out into like the hallway. It was insane. So I am so glad I got there when I actually did. So the first people I met were Dan Is Not On Fire and Amazing Phil. They were super sweet. They loved the gift bag that I got them. And I was just so happy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I cried after I met them. I was completely overwhelmed and just over the moon. I was so happy. And there were so many people there. And I knew I wanted to meet like Marcus Butler and Tyler Oakley and Jenna Marbles, all those people I was just dying to meet. I ended up seeing pictures with a bunch of YouTubers, even if I didn't really watch them, but I was like, I'm probably going to become a fan of you anyway, so let's take a picture. And it was so cool, like, people, like, YouTubers were just walking around just casually, like, just not even caring, like, they were just like one of us. They were so normal, and it was absolutely insane to know that they're just normal people just like us, you know, like, just like walking around just like, hey, what's up? And I met the greatest people there. I met like Jenna Marbles, I met Tyler Oakley, I met Jack and Finn, Marcus Butler. Yeah, I met so many people that I wanted to meet, and I'm so happy and glad that I got to like meet all of them. And it was just like an absolutely fantastic experience. And I'm so glad I met the people I did because they just made my experience so much better. Because me being there by myself, I didn't think I was actually going to make friends. I'm not all that great at making friends. But they were the sweetest people ever, and I'm just so glad I got to meet them. And honestly, Playlist Live was just the most amazing experience I've ever had. And I cannot wait to Playlist Live 2014 to get to experience all this again. There was one point where I was in the convention center, and I was looking for where Marcus Butler's meetup was going to be. And I couldn't find the line, and I see this girl standing on a chair, and I ask her, like, hey, do you know where Marcus Butler's line's gonna be? And she's like, no, I'm looking for that too. And so I was like, oh, you mind waiting together and stuff? And she's like, yeah, no, it's fine. And her name was Melanie, and she was super, super nice. And so we ended up meeting up with her friends. It was her friend and her sister, and they were Stephanie and Michelle. And they were all so nice to me, and so we ended up hanging out for the rest of the first day, which was really great. They like adopted me, so thank you guys for being my adoptive friends, and they were so nice to me. We hung out the rest of the day on the second day of Playlist, and they were so, so nice, and I'm just so glad I met them. They're just such great people. I'm so happy that we're friends, and we're still friends to this day. We're already planning on hanging out during Playlist 2014, which I'm super excited about. Can't wait to see them again. I miss them so much. Aside from Melanie, Stephanie, and Michelle, I met some really cool people. Bree, Stephanie, Julia, Mary, all just super nice, super great. And I miss them a lot, and I can't wait to see them also next year at Playlist. Yeah, my Playlist Live experience was definitely one to remember. Best weekend of my life, hands down. The depression lasted so long. I'm still trying to get over it. So that is pretty much my Playlist experience. Yeah, it was really sad when I got to say bye to like all the friends that I made, because we all lived in different parts of like the state or even the country. Some people flew in from like other countries too, so it was really sad to say bye to them. But I know we're all gonna meet up next year again at Playlist Live 2014. So it was a great time. So I'm really, really glad that I got to go, and it was a perfect experience, and I absolutely cannot wait for Playlist Live 2014. So thanks for watching my Playlist experience, and hopefully I will see you guys again very, very soon. Bye guys!